Hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So today's video I'm going to talk about the Taiwan patch notes for doing a review on the Taiwan patch, the patch that we have today, as well as the new per shot items. I'll do one for global later on when the notes are out as well. So effectively today, what we are getting is actually the Blood King quest, Blood King system, which I know that you guys already have it right now, and is in fact was something newly introduced in global, and then it was implemented in Korea I think last week, and this week we are getting it in the Taiwan server. So I don't think I need to go through into too much details on the Blood King system. But personally, I really like this effect here, where when you have 3 of the members in Blood King, you get 15% world boss damage, 15% normal boss damage, as well as 15% damage to few mobs on the normal monsters. So these 15%, right, coupled together with the alchemy stone that gives you the damage percentage bonus to few mobs. For mine, right now it's at 39%. So 39 plus 15 is like 54%. So in fact, now I'm almost one-hitting the mobs in the latest map without critical. With critical, I'm definitely one-hitting them. By one-hitting, of course, I mean one skill, because for LAN, right, there's multiple hits. Each skill has multiple hits. But the key thing is to use one skill to kill the mob, and that will increase the farming efficiency very significantly. So I'm actually glad that there's this plus 15% boost, because now I've already switched. With this, right, I've switched to the stone that gave me 39% in order to boost my farming efficiency. And in fact, I'm lacking that little bit of AP, right, to make it such that it's a definite one hit. So I'll be even more motivated to pump my AP up higher. Okay, other than that, these are the standard effect of the plugin system, the rules, etc., which I don't think I need to go through with you guys. You should already be familiar with them. Today's biggest patch, right, just want to say, right, is about the huge, I would say quite a big buff, not a huge, but quite a big buff to the Witch Awakening, because they revamped the first skill. So I'll talk about that shortly, just quickly run through what we have in the patch notes here. So the Battlefield of Sun has been changed to, instead of giving us 50% XP, 50% drop rate, and 5% spoils of war, now it's giving 100 AP, 100 DP, and 500 HP with just 3 wins instead of 7 wins. So this is very nice, and on top of that, it also buffs the farming efficiency coupled with this. So that's good. I like this change. This is just a preview telling us that next week, instead of Chaos Crystal, we'll be using XP Scroll as entrance and as the gambling system in Battlefield of Sun. This is just having 2 different configurations for us to switch between in terms of gear. I don't expect that you guys will be getting this, because you have not reached the stage where you have Elion gear and Hadum gear, or you have PvE gear and then PvP gear where you purposely reduce your CP so that it's easier to find a match. Because that was what the players are all doing now, before the rank arena anyway. This is a new item that we can buy using the Battlefield of Sun medals, and also now from rank arena we get this reward. So this is basically a gacha to get golden skill boots, or 50, 130, 250, 1000 of this. 1 orange accessory, 1 red sphere for crafting red totem, Sun Crystal, which is very nice, the one that I've been using to gamble and get the red crystals for pumping up the stone balance. This is the scroll that gives you the relic inscription. This is terrible actually, because if you get this, right, higher chance you are getting a purple instead of the pink. Even you are lucky just to get yellow grade or golden grade from it, so it's quite lucky to get this item. This is obviously the grand prize, because you spend 100 and you get 5000 in return. Okay, but the problem with this is that you can only buy 1 per day, so it's something that you need to keep buying, and maybe after a month or so, then you open all at one shot, you probably get better items. So I'm undecided on whether or not I will buy this, because I don't have the red elephant yet. The red elephant cannot be bought from this shop anyway, but the red elephant is better than the elephants that you can buy in this shop. Elephants are essentially mounts that you can use in the desert survival mode. So I'm still trying to see if I can get that red elephant before I may commit to this. Okay. This is just telling us some changes to Path of Glory in terms of clearing quests, be it the additional ticket is being counted. Now this is a very important buff for me personally, because they are actually buffing the banquet here, reducing the HP of the banquet mobs, increasing the XP and the loot drop rate from the mobs itself, and the daily quest in banquet is changed such that it gives 20 million silver, 20 million XP, 16 of the blackstones, and this is the nicest part, it's giving 27 of the red spirit chest. So this makes it such that I'll be very motivated to do banquet for this. And you also get 10k Shakato coins from the banquet quest. So this is very nice. I don't think you guys will be getting this patch today, but the one patch that you guys will get, it should be maybe some of these, like for example removing the 150 failure quest, the daily quest. Then for this, it's just some UI improvements for Shakato in terms of exchanging items. This is the important one. It's the Hadum one, where they are speeding up the berserk animation for the bosses when their HP drops below 50%, and finally changing the time limit to 10 minutes. This is just speeding up the alchemy stone fragments synthesis and drawing. So with this speed up, I think I may do a video just to show you guys on my end how it's like when we do the alchemy fragments. Some other UI improvements here and there. Okay, finally the character changes. This is just changing a bit of the crimson animation when you go inside inventory, no actual skill changes. These are all minor buffs to Windwalker. Okay, actually not that minor. There is a one that actually increases the number of times you can use this skill, which is very strong actually. But the rest of it is essentially increasing the speed of this skill, and in terms of comboing her skill combo with other skills, for example. So you would say that this is still not but there is no, if you notice, there is no actual buff to the damage itself, just a small little speed tweaks here and there. So I don't think it is good enough to justify using her over Huntress. Okay, now we have come to the main topic of today's video, main topic of interest for you guys, which is the revamp to the Witch, the first skill of the Witch. This skill used to be a skill where the Witch was previously using ice shard, shooting out ice shards from in a horizontal line from her staff. Now, what the skill has changed to is to blast ice, it's not even shards anymore, it's like ice blocks down from the sky instead. Yeah, and on top of that, right, from 5 hits, right, it has changed to 10 hits. Still the same damage, but 10 hits, which to me is a very significant buff, because this is essentially doubling the damage. And the AoE now is actually very big. Now instead of a very limited range skill, it is now a AoE skill around the Witch. I will log into the game later to show you guys. I just quickly run through here. In return for the double damage, the skill cooldown has been increased by 2 seconds. But there is something that makes her very strong in PvP with this skill now. There is a increase of a freezing effect at the end of the last hit. What this means is that you can now change this skill in PvP, so that you, after you knock down the opponent, you unleash 1 damage skill, and you use this skill to then freeze your opponent, so that you can then follow up with other skills. So I would think that this is actually a very strong skill now in terms of PvP, and PvE is very nice also. I will show shortly. Okay, this is just saying that instead of adding an additional hit, now the effect is to give a 10% buff. Added a branch damage system, the Sarret and Labrief. Obviously you'll use Labrief for this because 10 hits. All this is just removing the piercing effect, which makes sense because now it's from dropping from the sky instead of shooting out from her staff anyway. They have actually removed the fiery teleport skill that she has, removed the branch system for it, not the actual skill itself, just removing the branch system, which is fine anyway because that in the first place was a mobility skill. Should not require branch damage for mobility skills. Okay, so let me go to the game itself to show you guys. Okay, so this is my Witch. Let me just turn on the sound effect sounds. Okay. So look at the first skill here. That swing, right, is the very last hit actually. If you hold on to the skill itself, what will happen is that it increases the cast is channeling skill like this. As you can see, it is doing these ice blocks dropping down from the sky, and with the final hit, then you will freeze. So this is really nice. I would like to show you guys in actual combat as well. Let me go to map. Okay. Oh, I'm low on HP because I don't have any pots of me on me. But I guess it's fine, just for the purpose of demonstration anyway. Wait, let me go to Hadou mode. Yes, that's better for demonstration. Okay, so this is how the skill looks like. You can see it's very powerful, and the range is actually fairly decent. It automatically targets the nearest enemy first, then the furthest. Now if you don't do the channeling, what happens is that you just do a swing, so that you then freeze your opponent. So that is where in PvP it comes in. Now in PvE itself, I think it's really nice. You see the effect that it has, right? It's really good. And I in a map where my CP is about 1.7k higher, so not by a lot. It's doable, but not by a lot. So that's why you see the damage is still quite alright. So personally, I think this makes her really strong even stronger in PvE now. And in PvP, right, this really opens up a lot of options for her in terms of chaining attacks. Of course, the fundamental weakness of Witch is still there, where once you finish out your teleports, you are sitting that. But with an additional freezing skill, this should help to change things around, at least a better fighting chance. So I think this is great news for the witches. Good news for you guys definitely. So I hope you guys will be enjoying the patch today. I'm pretty sure you guys will get this change as well on your BDM Global this time around. So that is it for the patch notes. There's actually a bit more on the Musa Awakening, where they are doing quite a bit of buff to, quite a huge buff in fact, to the Musa skills, changing a lot of the damage and the way the animation is like, as well as the distance that he can move. They even increase the distance, his dodge distance. So that's very nice. I will probably cover that when I do a separate video on changing Musa Ascension to Awakening. Yeah, but before that, I'll prefer to do a video on Musa Ascension as well. Okay, so that is it for the patch notes. I'm going to go quickly on the Pearl Shop. By the way, I'm sorry that my video is a bit late today because I had some connection issues with the patch server on the PC, on the emulator today. So that's why I'm taking the video so late. But in return, of course, I did cover back my time in terms of working from home earlier. Okay, so these are the new cash out items that we have. Not a lot. Oh, just realized that this is actually using Black Pearls to purchase, but this is to buy the exchange certificate, which I have like still have a few 100k, I think 100k of it. So this is not something that I will never buy. Now, the very first item that you see here is a gacha item where for 35.07 SGD, we get 400 white pearls and a chance to get these black pearls. The problem is these 1800 black pearls, right, is actually the highest chance that you can get out of all these gacha, this range. When you gacha this is a 38%, this is a 30%. So that means most of the time you'll just be getting 2.8k black pearls along with 400 white pearls for $35. Personally, I don't think this is a good deal, unless you are really lucky. I mean, there is another Black Pearl package that we have that has better odds than this. So I personally won't be buying this, especially since I still have 150k Black Pearls. Now, this is actually quite a nice package where if you buy 2 of these, right, they will give you 1 Abyssal accessory and 20k boss stamps. Hang on. Oh, okay. So for me, right, I will evaluate this as a double purchase. So double purchase meaning is 116.92 SGD for 4,000 black pearls, 40 dark rune chest, 16 orange accessories, 40k boss stamps, 16k restoration scrolls, and 1 abyssal accessory. So I think this is really nice. Personally, I think I will likely buy this. Then the next one is effectively a gacha on the enhancement alchemy stone, which I personally won't be buying because I still have like 200 plus stones left from the previous Crimson Lotus chest. So I won't be buying this. I'll probably focus on trying to get finishing up the 200 plus stones slowly first. Okay, so other than that, there is a new item added here where every week you can only buy 1 of it, and it's actually very nice. For 58.46 you get 2000 black pearls, 10 enhancement stones, 250 totems, 7k restoration scroll, 300k of the dust, the alchemy dust, and 300k of relic fragments. So as you guys know, those my regular viewers of my stream, you know that my relic has been quite unlucky. I still am not at +5 yet, so this is something I will buy. Okay, then the most modern update. There's still 2 more main updates to our pearl shop this week. Effectively, this is a black pearl shop. You can also use white pearl, but it's a bit of a waste. So you can get 1000 totem from this, which is very significant. 30k restoration, 13 enhancement alchemy stones, and 25k boss stamp from this. So the cost of buying 1 is actually 120, but if you buy 10 at once, they give you a 10% discount. So I guess for the purpose of viewing these, right, for entertainment, right, I will buy these even though I have white pearls right now. Okay, we have 3 of the battle rewards. Okay, let's see how it goes. This 10k one is very nice actually, given that it's just a normal reward. As you can see, the worst reward for normal is actually 500, then 1k, and then you have 10k. Probably there's 5k as well, just I didn't get it this time around. Quite nice that we get 1000 restoration scroll. Orange accessories we got 5 and 3, so total 8, and 17 red spirit, black spirit chest. I suppose this round is fairly okay. Oh, in fact I got 3 of the 500, so it's 1.5k. So I guess this round is fairly okay. But probably on Sunday I will do a video on gacha on this shop itself, this lucky shop, because I need to finish spending my white pearls first, because we only have very limited amount of items that we can buy using white pearls every day, like 4k max. Yeah, so I probably need another 4 days before I can start spending on this lucky shop. Right, I may also buy back the item that we had last week that is still not taken down yet, because I still need the dark rune. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So there is a special event shop added today, where you can use black pearls to buy these items. And I can see from the icon, this is the Path of Glory material, this is the Path of Glory entrance ticket, then we have the boss stamps and ancient ruin tablets. Okay, so using silver we can buy dust, restoration scroll, essence, bloodstones, and this scroll that gives the 50%. So for sure silver I will buy all of it. Okay, so I think there have been a couple of questions, right, asking me what we can do with social points. So social points, usually you have to wait for such event shop, right, where you can use social points to buy all these items. So without a doubt, I'll definitely be buying all of these. I think this should be more or less familiar to you guys. You have essence, residue, bloodstones, restoration scroll, dust, orange black spirit chest, totems, yellow pots. Yeah, so all these are a definite buy for me. Likewise for the mileage shop as well, because I have quite a bit of mileage as well, so I'll be buying most of these. So you have costume as well, Path Glory tickets, materials, totem, boss stamp, ancient ruin tablets. So you see a recurring theme where all these materials are things that you can buy from the event shop using other types of currency like mileage or social points or silver or even black pearls. So this is it for our review today on both the patch notes and the per shop. Actually, this has resulted in the video to be quite long, so maybe in future I will split it into two, where you have one on patch note and one on per shop instead. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching, and once again, congratulations to the witches. I'm pretty sure you guys will get this revamp skill. So see you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.